what kind of prisons are you trapping yourself in? You, locking yourself up in a certain prison. It could be a prison when it comes to expression. For example, scream as loud as you can.
Ah!
Good job.
Ah! Ah!
Wow, that's a deep prison.
Ah!
Prison.
Ah! Ah!
Okay. Brum, you three, did you notice the difference, everybody? Yes, no? Yes. Now, massive respect for going and doing it. But I could immediately sense, and I'm not saying all of you are perfect either, but you could sense immediately resistance kick in. Scream as loud as you can. The body tense up. Now you had the willingness to scream. Yeah. Someone's outside like, let's go! And this is normal, by the way. Like, it's very rare that someone can just, boom, right off the bat. Now, this is a very superficial, external example, but just think of the prison of expression that we trap ourselves in. I want to be loud, I want to be me, but who's actually trapping you in that prison? Think about it. Like, say, those three, are any of you against them? No. Are any of you saying, or did any of you talk to them before, say, hey, if you scream, I will follow you home? Were you threatened by anyone in the audience saying, don't scream loud? No. So there are actually zero repercussions to being loud and expressive. Nothing. No one's going to get you. There's no threats. It really doesn't matter. So who's keeping you stuck? You. You put yourself in a prison. And I use this example because it's very visceral. It's easy to see the scream. But think of all the other prisons that you might be trapping yourself in. We have the prison of expression. We have the prison when it comes to relationships, friendships, connection. The prison when it comes to success. You try to go for success and you're pulled back by self-sabotage. The prison of self, you staying stuck in the current identity that you've taken on. There are a million of these prisons. Step one is identifying them. Step two is learning how to let go of them so you can free yourself. But it's insane to think about the only real enemy in your life is you. You are the prisoner and the prison guard at the same time. And what we do is we try to deflect that, thinking other people are the prison guards, right? Classic self-help. You go on social media, you're going to see a lot of posts about asserting boundaries. Anyone see posts about that? You have to have strong boundaries. Just 1, 2? No one else? 3? Yeah. It's literally 60% of self-help. You matter. Everyone around you is a narcissist. Assert boundaries. That's self-help now. And everyone cuts people out of their lives. They're asserting boundaries. Got to cut off all these toxic people. Yet who's really holding you back the most? Who's the one person you have to cut off first?
Yourself.
Yeah, the old you. No one out there. If you think in terms of return on investment, ROI, if you could only cut out one person in your life where there'd be the biggest return, the biggest change, who would it be? Yourself. That's right. That doesn't mean that everyone around you is perfect. It's possible that other people are screwing you over and holding you back to some extent. Sure. But in the end, you're holding yourself back more than anyone else. The old you, your ego, your identity that you are trapped in, your comfort zone that comes with it, that holds you back more than anyone else. Because otherwise, back to this scream, if someone else is like, hey, scream, no one is blocking you now. Maybe in your life there are people holding you back, sure, but not right now. So it's like taking a prisoner out of the cage. It's like, okay, run free. I can't. Who's blocking you? No one. But I just can't. Back to the prison is what I know. So think about, for yourselves, what is it that you know? What feels comfortable? What feels known? And that doesn't mean pleasant. It doesn't mean things are going good. What might feel known to you is constant anxiety. But that's like your home. You're like, oh, I'm back in that. Yeah, it doesn't feel good, but at least I know what to expect. More anxiety. Maybe your home internally is just pain. Does that feel good? No, it's pain, but it's predictable. You know what to expect. More pain. Maybe your home in terms of your identity is, I don't deserve to speak up. I don't deserve to be loud. People will judge me. People will attack me if I'm loud. So I'm going to stay very quiet. I'm going to put these little bars, this cage around my voice, and never go beyond that. Oh, but people might not notice you. People might not respect you. They might not hear you. Maybe whatever you say will just forever go unnoticed through life. Yeah, but at least I'm used to it, and it's predictable. And if it's predictable, it allows me to stay safe. And think about, even at a core, your DNA. Does your DNA care if you're happy in life? Yes or no?
No.
No. All that it cares about is my host surviving? Hey, predictable pain equals survival. Let's keep my host in this fiery pit. They're alive. No risks, no threats. It's predictable. It's what we know. Let's stay in the fire. Let's stay in the pain. Oh, my host wants to be happy? Well, wait a minute. We're not used to happiness, are we? That's going out. That's going out into the dark forest of unknown. And there are threats out there. We are experts at pain. Why would I go out into the happiness field? That's risky. Imagine for any of you who are coaches, say you were an expert coach at pain, and you specialized in that, and people knew you as that, the pain doctor. Instagram, at the pain doctor, and there you are, and you're the top of your field. You are even famous in your field. Clients signing up nonstop. You don't even have to promote it. Worldwide, known as the pain doctor. And that makes your living. That's your identity. And you've been the pain doctor for many, many, many years. And one day, maybe you decide to rebrand as the happiness doctor. Is that comfortable? I'm going to lose all my pain clients, the clients who want pain. Are there going to be clients who want happiness? Are they going to respect me? Do I have any authority in the happiness field? I'm the expert of pain. This is like Michael Jordan playing basketball, trying to play baseball. Is he still an expert in baseball? Yes or no? No. Stay with what you know. You're an established authority. All of you, your comfort zone, whatever it is, you are an established authority. And trying to leave that behind is no different than Michael Jordan trying to play baseball. It's going to be scary. It's going to threaten everything about you, and your DNA is not going to like it. Now, whenever I mention this DNA thing, people are always like, well, I get the pain side and the comfort zone side and the survival side. Sure. But I'm also very lonely. And I really wish I found a partner or someone who loved me. Isn't the DNA all about survival and reproduction? Sure. But you want to know how you can trick your DNA when it comes to reproduction? Masturbation. Your DNA doesn't know the difference if you're like in the toilet or at home flicking it. Oh, we're having babies. My host is surviving and having babies. Yay! And that's the sad behind the scenes of most people, by the way. It's crazy, and most people don't realize how crazy it is. You all see the fronts. You look around you here, look around. You see normal people. You're like, oh, people. But guess what? A good amount of these people who you are locking eyes with right now, what's the behind the scenes outside of their job? They go home, and the peak of their day, and I'm saying this, again, it's a generalization, but I've worked with many people and I see the behind the scenes, and what I hear are three things. What brings me joy day to day? One, food. So I get home and I can't wait to eat some kind of food that gives me a little, spike of happiness. It's usually not very healthy food, right? Whatever it's the Uber Eats, delivery, McDonald's, you name it, they get their little food. The other thing that brings them joy is scrolling through social media. You get home after work and you just can't wait to just lie down, have your little delivery food, just scroll on your phone, scroll through YouTube, maybe watch the latest Julien Himself video. Oh yeah, peak of my day. And the third thing is porn and masturbation. And it's an alternation of those three things. Food, social media, porn. Food, social media, porn, until you're so tired you fall asleep. That's what people do in their free time. Walk down the street, most people you lock eyes with, that's what they do in their free time. And it's this blur, this Groundhog's Day that goes on and on and on. And if you're in that trap, a good test is how many core memories do you have? If every week, every month, every year just kind of seems like this blur, nothing really stands out. If you were to audit the past 3 months even, do a lot of memories and moments surface? If the answer is no, you're stuck in that loop. And that's not just you, by the way. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't self-attack. That just makes it worse. But realize, wait a minute, that's most people. What is going on here? Let's wake up from this. What kind of tranced out prison am I in? For real. And it's going to get worse, and it's going to get more tempting. And this is the scarier part, is that if that's you, the relationship you have with yourself, escape, consume, distract, society's giving you more ways to do so. Think about it. There's an infinite amount of shows now you can watch. Infinite on the streaming sites, Netflix, Disney, Amazon, you name it. Infinite. You could watch shows till you die and never run out of shows. Things are getting better. You can put your VR headset on. Infinite amount of porn sites, delivery to your place. It's making it so easy to just stay entranced. And it's scary to break out of it. I had a client recently in my mentoring program who I talked to, and he kept talking about his goals of someday I want to do this. And I sat him down and said, what do you do in your free time? He's like, well, I go to work, and then I usually have 5-6 hours free every single day. I'm like, well, that's a lot. What do you do? I like watching social media and some shows and movies. And I gave him a challenge. I said, hey, for the next month, cut that out. You're not allowed to scroll through social media. He's like, well, what about your videos, Julien? Nope, not even mine. None. You're not allowed to watch any TV, any show. You're not allowed to consume at all. He's like, but then what am I going to do? And I told him, live your ideal life. Go for your dreams. Take action. That creates the space, the emptiness to take action. He's like, well, what if I'm bored? Well, that's good. That's also the fertile soil for creativity and inspiration to grow. But if you stay stuck in this trance, nothing's going to happen. No magical moment's going to happen. You have to create that for you. And remember this, with this type of work as well, advice, so on and so forth, it's not meant to become your life. It's meant to enhance it. If you don't have a life outside of this and your life is following other people online, you're screwed. And that was the big wake-up call for him. It's realizing he has no life. It's harsh, but it's true. He has no life. It's just working and consuming, working and consuming. There's no dreams that he has. There's nothing every day he's action-wise on the producing side, not consuming, that he's doing to move towards a certain authentic goal. There's no life. Here's the thing. If you have no life, no aspirations, no goals, of course you're going to consume. Of course you're going to distract yourself. Because what else? Are you just going to sit there in your misery just existing? No, you're going to be like, okay, well, let's forget about this. So audit. Less time consuming. Less time scrolling. Less time watching YouTube videos. Have a clear direction of where you're going and live. Go for it. Break out of that prison. Break out of that comfort zone. Comfort zone of expression, comfort zone of relationships, friendships, meaning, hey, let people see you. Break out of that little prison of here's who I am, and I will never let people into my shell, or else I'll be hurt. What kind of life is that? And that leads to true loneliness, by the way. We think loneliness is being alone. Is that lonely? Not necessarily. If you love yourself, no. But true loneliness, actually worse than even being alone, is when you're surrounded by people, but you never truly connect with them. There's this invisible wall between you and them. And a question every single person must ask themselves is, who truly knows you? Think about it. It can be quite sad or also enlightening to think about. But who truly knows you? Not the front, not the persona, not the story, but really you at a core. And what most of us realize is that we create all these fake personas. You have the persona that you put on when you're around your family, your parents. Here's the persona. Do they know you? No, they know here's my parents' persona. There's the friend's persona. Here's me, here's the role I'm going to play with my friends. The relationship persona, the stranger persona. But who really knows you? Has anyone actually seen you beyond the front, beyond the mask? And if they haven't, have you even connected with people? Have you even connected with the world? Have you even left any kind of authentic impact behind? Say you were to die right now? Or did you just live life just forever closed off? Like one step in, one step out. What kind of life is that? And here's a scarier one. Do you even know yourself? Or are you even playing a role for yourself? This is where this work really starts. Hey, when am I just going to drop this and stop selling out and putting others above me? When are you going to stop performing and you're going to start living? Because that's the difference. Are you performing or living? Most people perform all the time. Even when they get home, it feels like this relief, like they take the mask off. Right? It's like you're out in public. Even right here, it's like how many of you, even for this event, really carefully planned what you're going to wear? Raise your hand. Yeah. Right? Obviously you didn't, or you didn't, or you didn't. The approval, so on and so forth, it doesn't change you, or it would have by now. You've all gotten things that you were chasing in the past. Think of goals that younger versions of you had. Maybe some you failed at, some you accomplished. And in the end, nothing truly worked. It's the whole, it didn't work. And then your ego's like, well, more, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. Oh, how draining is that? Stop performing. Again, that's that prison too when it comes to relationships and others. And people will trap themselves too into what I call golden prisons. Meaning, say you put on a certain front, you perform, and you get into a relationship. Well, then your partner fell in love with the front, not you. So what's going to happen to you? Every single day, you're going to have to be walking around on eggshells, living up to that front that your partner fell in love with. And there will always be the fear that they will see through the front and discover the real you. That's a golden prison. That's this prison of paranoia. That's not a relationship. That's hell. Why would you want that? And people are like, well, I faked it. It wasn't really me. I was performing. But look at my partner. People will approve of this. Yeah, but you can never be yourself. And who cares about the approval? It doesn't change anything. Start living through you, for you, through your own eyes versus through the eyes of others. So it's really identifying these prisons in your life. And once more, you are the prison guard. You can also audit in your life, how open do you feel versus how closed off do you feel? With the screams that we saw before, that's really the metric. Is this person relaxed and open or tense and closed? Scream as loud as you can. Back to you. Okay, tense, open, closed. What would you say? You know yourself better than anyone.
Closed.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So, well, good awareness. It all starts there. For all of you, don't lie to yourself either. Okay, I'm closed. Then you can think of different ways to become more open. There are in-the-moment ways. For example, changing your physiology, like clapping, jumping up and down. Now you're more open. Right? You want to try it? Just stand up, clap a few times on your own, shake it off, be like, go on, say, I want to hear it. You can.
No.
Like an engine, like a. There you go, more. There you go, now do it while shaking. Do it. Change your body. Good job, good job. Now we're going to keep at it, but here, what are we doing? We'll stay standing up for a second. Notice, it's like back in the prison. I can't be free. It's the prisoner. Run. You're free. Back in the cage. That's how we live our lives. Now, one is changing your physiology. Like jumping up and down, just, whoa, okay, here we go. Now, does that get to the cause? Does it create long-term change? No, it's in the moment. The other is doing something that is out of line with your ego or your ego image, identity version of yourself. So for you, your ego wants you to be cool, wants you to perform, wants you to be a proper lady. Does a proper lady yes or no? No. So your ego's like, don't do it. I can't. It goes against who I am. Now, funny enough, if you're able to do it, it can actually make you feel more free because it ruins your ego's chances at winning. If your ego wants you to be this, and you act like, say, you have to be cool, and you act in a silly way, if it's so silly that you can't recuperate it, meaning, we can't be cool anymore, we can't save that, then your ego lets go. And it actually gives you permission to not perform, but to be. Make sense? Yes. Yeah. So let's try one more. More. Now shake your body at the same time. Do it. Do lion roar. But loud. Like scare us. Say, okay, good. One more. Last one. Scream. Ooh. Do a scream. Okay. Now, let's jump up and down 3 times. Jump up and down. 1, 2, 3. Scream. Whoa. Do you notice the difference? Yeah. Now, good job standing up. You can now sit down. Yes, have a seat. But no, big difference there. Now, it could even get louder, but it's crazy to think about, like, okay, here's just at the simplest level, speaking. The scarier one is, how does this translate into success, relationships, friendships, so on and so forth? If I'm holding myself back with expression, where perhaps else am I holding myself back in? And then to truly get to the cause, it's learning how to let go. These are in-the-moment, quick-tip ways. Then again, what's your ego going to say? Even after that, one, it might try to judge, saying, oh, I can't believe you did the brrr. What's everyone thinking of you now? And you'll be like, whew. Maybe it doesn't say yet, but maybe tomorrow it will. It's like waking up after drinking one night. You're like, you embarrassed yourself so bad. That's going to be like, no. But it might try to go in the back door and say, oh, that's the key. Every time you're nervous now, just it out. That's not the key either. That's where a lot of people in self-help are stuck. They're stuck doing these social anxiety challenges. Now, those challenges are great. Technically, that was one. As long as you're doing it to trigger resistance, which you can then let go of. But it can't be the foundation of your confidence. The same with building momentum. That can't be the foundation of your confidence. Otherwise, you're a slave to it. If every time you want to be expressive, you have to do the brrr, you're a slave to the brrr. If every time you want to be confident, you have to talk to a few people to warm yourself up, you're a slave to talking to a few people, as opposed to this is me. So it's a stepping stone, but you don't want to rely on that. And that's where you realize that the tools change as you go through this journey. And a lot of people who stay stuck, it's because they're attached to tools that helped them once, but no longer help them now. If you're still relying on things that helped you 2-3 years ago, that's self-sabotage. That's staying stuck. What got you here will not get you there. So, prison of success, how does that hold you back? Staying in the known. This is also where shadow questions come into play. Think of, there's your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. In your subconscious, there's all this stuff that's buried, right? You could think of this as your shadow. You are, as we said before, you are the prisoner and the prison guard. It sounds simple, but once you get this, it gives you an advantage when it comes to freeing yourself from whatever prison you are trapping yourself in. Because if you are the prisoner and the prison guard, it means that you can get insight into how the prison guard thinks and the prison guard's motives. So say we take self-sabotage, right? You've all felt this. I want to succeed. And it's like there's this invisible force, this hand that reaches out and pulls you back when things get a little too good. Anyone experience this? Yeah, it's most people. You take some action, and as soon as you pass your ceiling of success, you find some way to fall back down. And then you wake up, you're like, what happened? Again. And it's this up and down and up and down. That's self-sabotage. It also gives you the illusion of progress because it seems like you're moving up, but you're not really. You're just fixing what you destroyed. Let that land. If your progress is you fixing something, it's not really progress. If I break these glasses and I fix them, while I'm fixing them, it feels like I'm progressing. Look, everyone, I'm fixing, I'm creating. I break them again. I'm creating. Am I? No, I'm staying under a ceiling. It's an illusion. If every time you approach success or get a little close, you self-sabotage, you're staying stuck. You're not actually productive. You're not actually progressing. It's a complete illusion. But when that happens, you can think of the guards of self-sabotage. They bring you back into the known. Well, if you're the prisoner and the guard, you got to ask yourself, what's this guard thinking? Why is this guard keeping me trapped? What is the hidden payoff? So if any time you try to go towards success, you fall back, you self-sabotage, it means that the guard thinks that success is not for you. Well, that's something to think about. Why is success not for you? Now, when you hear this, immediately the reflex is, well, it is. Sure it is. But what if a part of you believes it isn't? Ask that part of you. That's a shadow question. It's a question like a probe that you send down into your shadow that can bring up valuable data. You're also the guard. Play the devil's advocate. Why is success not for me? Why do you not deserve success? What comes up? Why is success scary? You could also think of the guards, although you might not agree with them consciously, they're there to protect you. Self-sabotage isn't you screwing yourself over, by the way. It's you staying aligned with what you know. That force that pulls you back, it's not trying to hurt you. It's actually protecting you, or so it thinks. And this is once more playing the devil's advocate. How is it perhaps protecting you? Hey, every time I try to get in shape, I fall off the wagon and I get fat again. Okay, well, why is getting in shape scary? How is perhaps that force that gets you to fall off trying to protect you? Well, I don't know. I just want to get in shape. Well, think deeper. How is perhaps getting in shape scary or bad? Same with a relationship. Same with opening up, whatever it is. That's a shadow question. Some big ones to ask yourself is, what's scary about being seen? Someone truly seeing who you are. What are you hiding? Why do you deserve to suffer? Now, do you? No. But a part of you might think you do. Hey, if I allow myself to succeed, I won't be suffering. What could be a hidden payoff of suffering? Well, if another part of you thinks you might have messed up in the past and you have to pay for what you did or didn't do, even if it's nothing, well, then if you allow yourself to succeed, you're no longer paying the price. And you feel like a worse person. I have to pay the price. So get to know the hidden payoff. What might I be getting out of this? And this can go so deep. There are so many hidden payoffs. Examples I've shared before. One is a client I've coached years ago who would always make things a lot harder for him. Meaning he was addicted to being this underdog, right? Where people had to doubt him and success had to be hard. So he got this job at the time when he hired me as a coach where he was working in Wall Street, right, in New York. And he was promoted to this great position, and the boss told him, you have promising potential, and I promoted you because eventually I want you to take over this whole department once I retire. Right? Great opportunity, no? Sounds pretty good. And what did he start doing as soon as he heard that? Slacking off, showing up late, not doing as much work. And he started getting warnings. And it reached a point where the boss took him aside and said, hey, I thought you'd be the good person to take over, but I'm having my doubts now. I don't know if you are. Maybe I made a mistake. Is that good or bad? Bad. Technically bad. But for him, a part of him loved that. Because now his boss is doubting him and he can prove his boss wrong. And if he proves his boss wrong and then succeeds and his boss tells him, oh, I'm sorry I ever doubted you. You were the right choice all along, the success feels more meaningful. And I even had him sink into this perspective. What if the boss never doubted you and you just crushed it and succeeded and the boss was like, I was right, you were the right choice. His physical reaction was like, ugh, disgusting. Couldn't resonate with easy success. Hustlers have this too. There has to be this challenge that I overcome for the success to be worth it. That's interesting. That's going to cause a lot of self-sabotage. It's also one of the many reasons for procrastination. You wait and you wait and you wait, and the last minute, you overcome the challenge. And it makes you feel more glorious than if you just did it from the start. It can also make you feel special. Everyone else is working from the start, but not me. I'm different. I'm significant. That's things to let go of, but that's a hidden payoff. Yes?
I have a question. Qualcuno mi aiuta a tradurre?
What's going on, sir?
I'm sorry because my English is not very good. I need help with somebody who can translate my question. Ok, posso?
Sì, vai.
Sì. Perché riesco ad andare al lavoro
Why can I go to work?
che non mi piace,
And I don't
però
like it.
riesco ad andarci a farlo e invece non riesco a dedicare la stessa intensità al lavoro che faccio al mio lavoro, cioè al mio business.
So why can I go to and work a job every day that I don't like and put effort into that, but I can't focus on my business with the same intensity I focus on the job I don't like?
It distressed me.
Yeah. Will you understand the answer, or does someone need to translate my answer?
No, I can understand you.
Okay. The first answer is, I don't know. There is a reason, but I don't know the reason. Why do I say I don't know? Because I'm not him. Meaning, for all of you, every single one of you, I don't know what the hidden payoff is. I don't know why you self-sabotage. And no one can ever tell you. And be careful too, people might promise you, I'll tell you. They can't. Even your close friends, even your family, no one can tell you because no one is you. Only you have experienced life the way you have. Only you have interpreted and experienced the things from your perspective, and only you can discover it. Now, people can help you discover it. The way I would help you discover it is I would have to get to know you better, put you in different situations, perhaps put some pressure on you here, less pressure here, ask you certain shadow questions and see what comes up. And I can help you discover it, but in the end, you're the one who's going to have to know. And there can be a million reasons, right? One could be, as we were just talking about, say you don't like yourself at a core. Maybe when you were younger, you did something and the self-attack was like, stupid, why did you do that? And maybe there's some guilt around it. And as we said, maybe a part of you thinks that you deserve to suffer. And how does it make you suffer? Stay in the dead-end job, not success. If you were to succeed, you would be getting away with what you did. Now, I'm not saying that's what's holding you back, but that could be one of many hidden payoffs. Another one is the most general one, which is your comfort zone. Hey, you don't like the job you're doing? Sure, but it's what you know. What if you succeed in the thing you love? What changes? How do you change? Ultimately, it's letting go of an identity, letting go of a comfort zone, letting go of your bearings on the world. And then you're left with the big unknown, and that's scary and that's threatening. And then it can also trigger perhaps another core belief where if a part of you doesn't trust you, I don't trust myself. Well, then how are you going to trust yourself to deal with the unknown? So there are layers and layers. This is like deep introspection. I have my clients do this every day for weeks, by the way. Diving deep, following the trails. You have one answer, you do shadow questions on that. You follow another way of diving deep is following the trail of whys. Why? Why is success scary? Why don't you deserve to success? And just seeing what comes up. But this is the biggest challenge. It's also why you've all heard, I hope, in self-help, a famous saying which goes, there's what you know, there's what you don't know, and there's what you don't know you don't know. That's where the gold is. Whatever's holding you back, it's where what you don't know you don't know. Now, how do you become aware of what you don't know you don't know? Very, very difficult. That's the first part of my coaching. Then once you're aware of it, it's learning how to let go of it. So it's a great question. But once more, I don't know, I'm not you. Try reflecting on this. Ask yourself, why might a part of me not want me to succeed? What would I be getting out of this? Why is not succeeding good for me? That's shadow questions, speaking the language of your shadow.
If you're looking to go through a similar process yourself and receive direct feedback from me personally, no matter where you find yourself in the world, then click the link below this video right now and apply for online coaching. This is my signature program, so click the link and I'll see you in there.
Everything in your life, by the way, a part of you loves it. Let this land too. If you're like, I don't like the way I look. Yes, you do. A part of you does. I don't like how much money I have. I want more. That's not true. A part of you loves it. I don't like my life situation. Bullshit. A part of you does. I don't like my friendship situation. I don't like my relationship situation. That's not true. A part of you does. Everything in your life right now, no matter how good or how bad, even the pain in your life right now, a part of you loves it, or you would have changed it. You think you have free will? You only have free will to the extent that your subconscious, your shadow, allows you to. And this is really scary if you go deep, by the way. Meaning, do you have free will to clap right now? Can all of you physically clap? Yeah, you all can. No, it's in your control. So that's in your control, you can clap. Do you have free will to crush it in life and succeed? No. Nope. Only as long as it's within your comfort zone. You saw before the screams, scream as loud as you can. Do you think you have free will to scream as loud as you can? Nope. You can scream only as loud as the limit of that prison, the limit of your comfort zone. Beyond that, you can't. That's stifleness. Do you have free will to talk to and meet whoever you want? No. Anyone you think is outside your league who threatens your comfort zone, you get stifled. Notice how if you talk to someone you think, we're in the same league, or you think you're outside their league, you don't run out of things to say. You can be loud and charismatic. But if you talk to someone you think is above you, I can't. So you don't really have free will. You have free will within the cage, within the prison, not outside. Hey, a monkey in a cage can clap. Escape. Oh, I can't. And that's self-sabotage. And the thing is, there's no real prison. It's a prison that you bought into. It's like someone saying, if you walk past this point, you will explode and die. And you've been believing that your entire life. It's not true, but it feels like it is. And it's going to trigger the same fear and stifledness. And that's why letting go is so powerful. It's also why you hear me talk about face fear's bluff. It's a bluff. And a key question to know if it's a bluff or not is to also audit, is this fear appropriate to reality? Is the fear of, say, screaming as loud as you can, oh my God, I'm going to die if I do so? Well, no one's against you. So it's not based in reality at all. It's an illusion. Right? So much of when we get triggered, it has nothing to do with the external. It's what inside of us is taking over. And it's a bluff. Face fear's bluff. Let go. Break out of the prison. Break out of the prison of beliefs. The prison of thought, the prison of emotions. All these little prisons. And remember, you're the guard and the prisoner. And that's good. That should be celebrated. It gives you an advantage. And the whole prison is a complete illusion. And techniques won't get you there. Techniques allow you to fight self-sabotage. Like, But if you fight it directly, self-sabotage always wins. The only way is to deactivate the bars, deactivate the cage, and when you do, self-sabotage fades away. And to deactivate it, there are 3 generators: core beliefs, your core identity, and past trauma. Turn those off, the cage fades away, the guards fade away, and for the first time you are actually free and winning, playing to win, going for success feels effortless and easy. And you can remember this too. Ego equals effort. If success feels hard, you have to motivate yourself and make yourself do it, you're bound to fail. You might win in the short run, but it will never be sustainable. Eventually you'll burn out or you'll give up. For it to be sustainable, it has to feel effortless. And it doesn't mean not hard work. A lot of success requires tons of hard work, but if it feels like hard work to you, you're screwed. Ultimately, you got to reach this point where hard work feels effortless. And you've all had experiences like this before. At a most basic level, it's playing a video game. Any of you who are into video games, it's actually hard work objectively. It's not easy. You're investing tons of time and energy and focus, and you're perfecting your skills. It's actually very difficult. Does it feel like it?
No.
No. Most people put in so much work in this video game, yet they can't do the most basic task in real life outside of it. Now, what does that mean? Are you lazy? Yes, no? No, because you're putting all that effort and work in the video game. You're mastering a video game. That's your path to mastery. You're not lazy at all. The problem is there's self-sabotage and resistance when it comes to transferring that approach to the real world. So you're not lazy. You just have to let go of that self-sabotage. So that same approach, that focus, that dedication, that passion translates into real life goals. And that's a lie we all buy into. Well, I'm just lazy. And if you hear it long enough, you believe it, becomes part of who you are, becomes part of your comfort zone. And if you believe you're lazy at a core and that's your comfort zone, will you ever allow yourself to not be lazy? No, because then it threatens you. And this is where you must also all sit with yourselves and say, haven't I had enough? Are you willing to let go of the old you? Yes or no? Are you willing to say goodbye to the old you? If the old you, the ego you, is the #1 person holding you back in life right now, cut them off. Put a firm boundary. Say, hey, thank you for getting me this far, but I don't need you anymore. And people aren't willing to do so. They're like, no, I can't. I got to hang on. This is my friend. This is my true family. That little voice in your head who you've been with for all these years. What would happen if you said bye to that voice in your head? Then I'm all alone. Well, hey, that voice in your head isn't necessarily your friend. Maybe it was once, but not anymore. If it's holding you back now, if it feels like you succeeding is leaving that inner friend behind, then that's not a friend. For real. It's leaving the known behind. Well, if the known is suffering, that's not good for you. That's not the known you want. Anything's better than that. People have this when it comes to smoking and drinking, so on and so forth. They know it's bad, but it's what they know. I can't leave this. It's been my little comfort zone, my little escape, my 5 minutes of escape for all these years. Who will I be without this? In those 5 minutes of escape, I've had some great ideas. I've been able to decompress, think about my life, reflect on things. How will I move forward without that? Leaving that me, that version of me that visits me in those 5 minutes of smoking. Hey, that version of you is not your friend. It's not on your side. Those 5 minutes are not on your side. Then I'll be leaving them behind. Good. Say goodbye to them. Maybe they helped you once. Not anymore. Say goodbye. Firm boundary. It's easy to cut out people on the external. Toxic friends. You got to cut off the internal toxic friends. And again, don't make them a big enemy because then you're living in reaction. It's more so, they helped me once, but I don't need you anymore. There are too many versions of you inside of you right now that you don't need anymore. and let this land. What you need changes. It really does. As a kid, maybe a part of you was like, let's eat McDonald's every day. That's what helps us. Okay. That's what kid you believed. What if that little version of you stayed alive to this day as an adult, every day? McDonald's every day. Is that good for you? Is that perspective on your side? No. It thinks it is, though, because it's a more immature version of you. Same here. There's these immature versions of you still running you. They think they're on your side. Self-sabotage, keeping you stuck. Don't go towards success. Don't get into a relationship. It's too scary. Let's stay in our little bedroom alone. It thinks it's helping you. So it's understanding, one, how is it helping me? Understand it, and then let go of it. If you make it an enemy, it'll grow stronger. Understand, let go, how, shadow questions, and then letting go, which is what I specialize in, what I teach, but this is really how you succeed. And it also means confronting your inner demons and stop trying to find yourself out there. And stop trying to box yourself into any kind of prison, by the way. Even success can become a prison. People will say, okay, well, say I let go of the old identity. Who's the new identity? Don't box yourself into that. If I let go of my old comfort zone, what's my new comfort zone? No, don't create these little limits. It's all self-imposed. Why do you need to find yourself in that? What about just being whatever you feel like being in whatever moment? Is my new identity I'm loud all the time? No. You can be loud when you want to, or you can be quiet. Be it all. Don't box yourself in. And then that's true freedom. And ultimately, that's what we all crave. We crave this feeling. We feel trapped and we know it. And the craziest thing, and what makes us feel even worse about it, is that no one's actually trapping us. You can convince yourself, oh, it's the government, right? Go down the little YouTube videos of conspiracy theories. Oh, look, they're all trapping me. No one's trapping you. Now, that doesn't mean sketchy shit might not be happening. Sure, it's happening. Maybe. Who knows? Probably. Perhaps. In ways. But no one is really blocking you. No one's holding you down. As we saw with the screams, no one's putting a hand on their mouth like, don't scream. It's all you. Which also means it's in your control. It would suck if someone was actually blocking you, because that means it's in their control. If it's in yours, you should be celebrating. Sure, it might hurt. Oh, why am I doing this to me? But it means it's a lot easier to now free yourself from it.
Now, what you just watched here is just a small piece of a larger system and process. So what you want to do now is click this video here to see exactly what I'm talking about and how it all fits together.